was told, mate, get this young kid, Boyd Cordner. Well, he is now our captain of our club. There's no more deserving. I'm going to put pressure on him saying he will end up captain of New South Wales, or I will do a nude protest outside Roosters Leagues Club. I'm going to tell you something. He's on the line right now. Boydie Cordner.
Hey guys, how are we?
Very well, mate. Great to talk to you, and thanks for joining us on Roosters Radio. Boydie, really good start to the season. We're 3 from 3. The feeling in the camp on the the club's opening night was amazing. When the players were presented, and we had the band in there. You know, the year of the Rooster, Chinese. Good luck. You must be pleased.
The big parade.
Yeah,
mate, it's been really good. It's obviously been a very good start to the season for us. We've put in a lot of hard work through the preseason, as a lot of other teams have as well. But it's just a fresh start for us coming off a year like last year. It wasn't too pleasing for us. So with a fresh start, a few new faces that have come in as well, and it obviously helps too to have a full roster to pick from at the start of the year as well. So it's been a good start to the year so far, but it's only 3 rounds in, so we haven't done nothing yet. There's still a lot of hard work to do.
Of course.
Boyd, Beatso here, mate. Just a quick one. Look, your pre-season, it's been uninterrupted this year, and your form this first 3 games has been outstanding. Has that had a lot to do with it this year? I mean, you've picked up where you left off from last year?
Yeah, mate, it has. I went on tour at the end of last year with the Australian team over to England for the 4 Nations, and I ended up coming back to pre-season a bit later at the start of the year after Christmas, and to come in and to feel the vibe that was already happening there at the Roosters with the new faces and a couple of new things we had in place with Robbo and the coaching staff there to brought in. It really made it, a fresh feel to the place, and there was just a lot of energy. Everyone was happy. It was like a fresh start. So it was really good to come back in there and to have an uninterrupted preseason. I felt that, with my form at the end of last year, and I felt that pretty comfortable. So it's been a good start to the year so far, obviously with the team playing well, and obviously makes my job a lot easier as well.
Boyd, now that you're the captain, has that changed the way you played? I've watched the last 2 weeks where you've looked for the football when we're, running out of our own end. You're taking the ball up, you're getting a quick play of the ball, we're getting a rolling off the back. You're leading from the front is probably what I'm saying, but have you changed your game in any way, shape or form?
No, probably not. I just, them situations in the game where we're stuck on our own try line, and I suppose, I'm expected to do that. I take that upon myself to try and help the team in them situations with my, experience and what have you there. So that's a part of my job, and I'm happy to help the team out whenever I can. But on the field, the captaincy hasn't really changed much. Obviously, there's a couple of decisions and talking to the ref, but the main thing that I've noticed is off-field, you got a lot more responsibility. Everyone's, you're under the microscope a bit more, which I don't mind at all. I've had a chat with Robbo when I first got back from overseas, and probably a couple of years ago I wasn't ready, but I think it's where I'm at this stage of my career and my life. I'm ready to take that on, and it's been pretty good transition so far.
Mate, we're high-fiving in here after that. That's exceptional.
Yeah, it is exceptional. And, mate, taking it on, you can take anything on that chin of yours, mate, because you lead from the front. And we had Neil Evans from betting.club. We wanted to see if we could give away a prize someone could tee off, because I reckon it wouldn't knock you out. And he said that's how tough you are.
I reckon we should get Tony Hawk on the phone. I don't reckon he could ollie that gap in my chin.
Oh, mate, it's very stylish and something for the ladies, I'm sure. Boydie, the first 3 rounds of the NRL in general, but in particular our games, the Dogs, the Titans, and then the Panthers on the weekend, the physicality has really, really been there. Are you feeling that out in the field, and is it to do with interchange? What do you think it is?
Yeah, it has been really physical, all the games, especially against the Dogs. They're got a big pack, but I thought Penrith played really well on the weekend. They put it to us for the full 80 minutes, and they had us under a lot of pressure there. And I thought it was probably the most I've got out of a win in a long time. Just the way how we grinded that out. was really impressive and gave me a lot of confidence, but I'm sure it gave a lot of the boys and a lot of the younger boys a lot of confidence too, which would do them the world of good.
Boyd, mate, being a tried and true Queenslander, mate, I'm not looking forward to seeing you in a Blues jersey fully fit this year. There's been a lot of talk about you being the next captain after Paul Gallen. What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, it's obviously it's humbling just hearing my name getting thrown up for captaincy. It's I don't know. It's hard not to think about when it is for New South Wales. It's when you're a kid you only ever dream of pulling on that sky blue jersey and even like today I'm so pumped every time I get announced in that team. I'm just so happy to be there, and now to be thrown up as captain, it's sort of a bit surreal and a bit unbelievable, to tell you the truth. But that's why I try not to think about it too much, because it is, it's massive, it's huge. So I acknowledge it, and it's really good that I'm getting thrown up there with, obviously the greats of the game mentioned my name too. But that will take care of itself. My full focus is here at the Roosters and, working on and still building on our season. I suppose if we're playing really good footy and we're winning games, it's going to help myself and a few of the other boys in the team too to push their names for selection. So,
well, Boyd,
I suppose that, yeah.
I'll tell you what, we usually get this podcast to the Roosters Wednesday. Silky's in a tight time frame as our producer. This one's going straight to Laurie Dudley, then to the Roosters.
Yeah, beautiful.
Now, listen, Boyd, Thursday night, mate, we're up against our arch nemesis, South Sydney. They've lost a couple of players through suspension, but they'll turn up Thursday night. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, they'll always turn up, no matter who throws on the jersey, I suppose. It's a game that, I definitely look forward in the calendar. I love playing South Sydney, that rivalry. It's unreal. We get a good crowd out there and you can feel it every time we play South, and, they turn up as well. So it's going to be a cracker game and out there at ANZ. So all the Roosters fans listening at the moment, make sure you get out there and get your colours on and support us, boys, because we really do feel you's out there. And, what a game to try and, get us off to a 4-0 start to the year.
Couldn't have said it any better, Bush.
No, mate, he's been outstanding and, mate, a great representative of our club. Boydie, we're going to finish a bit of a light-hearted moment. Last week, Silky and I had the pleasure of going to our first ever media call, and we're a bit inexperienced at that, but we had a lot of fun with both Toops and Dylan Napper. Silky asked a cracking question. I'm going to get him to ask you once again this great question for all the players. The fans love it. Silky, go away.
Now, Boydie, I know you're a young single bloke who knows his way around the cafe scene around the eastern suburbs, but if Robbo was coming over to your joint for dinner, what would you cook him?
Well, I don't cook too much, mate. I'm single myself, so I'll batch. I eat out a lot. But if he was to come over, I'm just thinking of his best dish. I'll probably have to get the slow cooker out, mate, and put a roast on. Try and impress the big fella.
Is that channeling Craig Fitzgibbon, the slow cooker, and just some compression gear?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, Boydie, we've loved talking on Roosters Radio, mate. You're an outstanding captain for our club. Mate, your form's been outstanding. We wish you the best as we go into battle with South Sydney Saturday night, and thank you so much for spending time on Roosters Radio.
Thank you, boys. Thanks for having me.
There you go, folks. Boyd Cordner, Silky, I mean, he's just a great ambassador. He's a great player, and he just gets better and better. Absolutely, Bush. Look, that's one of the best interviews we've done over the last 4 years. So, look, he's just such an impressionable young man. And he's, like I said, I've just been watching him do the hard work. Grow. Yeah, develop. But particularly this year, just the way that he's playing and just turning up. Do you know what I think the word is? And you said it to me when we played the Dogs pizza. Silky said, watch this. And you were on our line. It's the confidence that Boyd Cordner brings the players around him. The fans get confident. Boyd's on there, and he's about to get the ball. And Canterbury peppered our line with some kicks. Moses Zembai was putting some good stuff in the corner. Silky said, "Watch this, mate." He just comes out and doesn't make a metre or two or does a wrestle. He actually punches through the line, doesn't he? But he might do it two hit ups in that set of six. Like when our backs are against the wall, you can always count on Boyd to be
doing one or maybe even 2 hit-ups in that set of 6. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that 156 metres he carried on the weekend, that's probably 100 of them is probably coming out of his own 20.
Yeah.
Which is the hardest part, isn't it? You're on Roosters Radio. Silky, Bush, and Beatso. That was the other thing I picked up of the show.